Thank you. Love you, Andrew.
Look at these fits. These fits are insane. Champ, some people were criticizing.
Ryan Garcia, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm putting the money up right now. If Ryan Garcia can beat Rolly, I give him 200,000. I thought that he took his time. He was patient, more focused. Whoever didn't like his performance, I mean, I feel like it was a well-rounded performance. He did what he had to do, went out there.
Styles make fights, and Floyd Mayweather saw this one coming from a mile away. Romero pulled off a shocking upset against Ryan Garcia, stunning the boxing world, but not Floyd. He predicted exactly how this fight would unfold and had plenty to say after the final bell. Let's dive into how Money Mayweather reacted to Rolly's biggest career victory. In a result that shook the boxing world to its core, Romero managed to edge out Ryan Garcia on the judges' scorecards, leaving fans, analysts, and even some of the biggest names in the sport in total disbelief.
Against Pitbull and Rolly.
I'm not really sure how Rolly ever became a world champion, to be honest with you, but fair play to him. I mean, and you have to respect him. Like, he made his money, like, he got it.
Nobody gave Rolly a real shot at winning. Going into the fight, this was seen as a mismatch, plain and simple. Ryan Garcia was the heavy favorite, and not just by a little bit. The odds makers had him pegged as a nearly 14-to-1 betting favorite. When you hear odds like that, it usually means it's a foregone conclusion.
You think Rolly can beat Ryan? Can? Yeah, of course. Everybody got a puncher's chance. I just think that Ryan Garcia right now seems to be focused and solid. Who's the puncher in that fight? Ryan, believe it or not. And I saw both of them in the same room, staring each other down.
Garcia's sharp technique, lightning-fast hands, and that dangerous rocket of a left hook had everybody assuming Romero was just another stepping stone. Add in Rolly's reputation for being wild in the ring with that crude, sometimes sloppy technique and questionable defense, and it just seemed obvious. Ryan was going to roll right over him.
You're in a fight with Romero, man. You guys got some history. You guys have sparred. You guys have traded words on social. How are you feeling about that fight right now, and what do you see in Rolly's game that makes you feel like, you're going to be the winner on May 2nd?
I think just my experience and my overall abilities are just much better than his. I think he's going to come hard to fight because he's in a great opportunity, and he's confident against me. So I think we're going to see a good fight, but ultimately I'm going to knock him out.
But boxing, as always, had other plans, because as every real fight fan knows, styles make fights. And sometimes, the guy who looks perfect on paper runs into the guy whose messy, awkward style is exactly the kryptonite he can't handle. And that's exactly what happened.
Yo.
That's how we know we got shot. You're fucking lie. Y'all guys lie.
Romero, wild, unpredictable, and awkward, turned out to be Ryan Garcia's worst nightmare. He didn't care about the odds. He didn't care about the doubters. He just went in there and made it ugly. He threw Garcia off rhythm, dropped him with 2 repetitive left hooks in the second round, and outworked him in a way nobody expected.
Ryan Garcia, that last fight against them.
Oh my God! A double hook, short hook.
That left hook would have made even Alex Pereira envious. Meanwhile, Devin Haney, Ryan's longtime rival, did his part earlier in the night, outpointing Jose Carlos Ramirez in a solid, workmanlike performance. Haney stayed on track, delivering exactly what he needed to. The plan was clear. Garcia wins his fight, Haney wins his, and the two of them finally set up the big rematch that fans had been clamoring for.
We just heard Ryan say, sure, we'll run this fight back. Is a rematch something you'd like to do next?
Of course. I thought it was a close fight still. I would love to rematch. I gave him a shot. It's only right he gave me a shot back.
But Ryan didn't hold up his end of the bargain. Instead, his future plans went up in smoke. And standing quietly in the background, probably with a little smirk on his face, was one man who wasn't surprised at all: Floyd Mayweather. See, while the whole world was betting against Romero, Floyd Mayweather saw something different. He always has. Back when Rolly was coming up, he was working under the Mayweather Promotions banner. Floyd got a front row seat to see what made Romero tick: his power, his awkward angles, and his sheer unpredictability. Floyd knew Rolly wasn't textbook perfect, but he also knew that sometimes chaos can beat order, especially when the order in question has a glass jaw and shaky fundamentals when put under real pressure.
Is that Tank on there?
Yeah,
Tank. Oh, Tank right there.
Oh, we got Tank.
Hey, Tank, talk to TMZ. Tell him what's up.
What up, Tank?
Can they, hold on, Tank, can they fuck with you? Yeah. They can fuck with you? The fighters fuck with you? Oh, no. Okay, well, let him know.
No.
Can they fuck with you?
This wasn't the first time Mayweather had sized up Ryan Garcia either. A while back, when Ryan was pushing hard for a fight against another Mayweather protege, Gervonta Tank Davis, Floyd had already voiced his concerns about Garcia's weaknesses. That fight ended exactly the way Floyd predicted. Tank stopped Garcia with a brutal body shot. So, when the talk of Garcia versus Romero started heating up, Mayweather didn't stay silent. In fact, he doubled down. Floyd was so confident that Romero would give Ryan absolute fits that he even made a public offer. He dared Ryan to bet $200,000 on himself. If Garcia beat Raleigh, Floyd said, he'd personally pay him the $200,000. That's how sure he was that Garcia would not have an easy night.
Well, you know, Ryan Garcia...
He has speed.
Man, Ryan Garcia... Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Ryan Garcia said he wants to fight Tank. Well, I'm putting the money up right now. If Ryan Garcia can beat Rolly, I give him $200,000 cash.
If he can beat who?
He gonna fight one of my other fighters who have less fights than he has. He's gonna fight Rolly. Accept the bout with Rolly. I give him $200,000 cash if he beat Rolly.
And guess what? Floyd was right. Again. They don't call him the master strategist for nothing. Love him or hate him, and let's be honest, there's a lot of both. Floyd Mayweather has one of the sharpest boxing minds the sport has ever seen. It's not just about what he did inside the ring, although that undefeated 50-0 record speaks volumes. It's his ability to read fighters, break down styles, and predict outcomes that really sets him apart.
They can fuck with you? The fighters fuck with you? Oh, no. Okay, well, let him know.
No.
Can they fuck with you?
Tank, listen. Ryan Garcia wants to fight you.
No, he don't. He gonna get fucked up.
No?
Well, you know, Ryan Garcia...
He has speed.
Man, Ryan Garcia... Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Ryan Garcia said he wants to fight Tank. Well, I'm putting the money up right now. If Ryan Garcia can beat Rolly, I give him $200,000 cash.
If he can beat who?
He gonna fight one of my other fighters who have less fights than he has. He's gonna fight Rolly. Accept the bout with Rolly. I give him $200,000 cash if he beat Rolly.
He didn't see a polished technician when he looked at Raleigh Romero. He saw a fighter who was messy, yes, but also dangerous in a way that someone like Garcia couldn't handle. He saw a pressure fighter who wouldn't be intimidated by the pretty boy looks, the Instagram followers, or the flashy speed. And that's exactly what played out. Now, Ryan Garcia finds himself at a major crossroads. Instead of celebrating a win and calling out Devin Haney for a mega rematch, he's left licking his wounds, wondering where it all went wrong. Instead of being the hero of the night, he's the guy who underestimated a fighter because the whole world told him it would be easy. Meanwhile, Raleigh Romero, once laughed at and dismissed, is riding high, and Floyd Mayweather looks smarter than ever. After suffering a shocking defeat at the hands of Raleigh Romero, Ryan Garcia did something a lot of fighters in his position struggle to do. He gave no excuses. Standing there under the bright lights of the post-fight press conference with cameras flashing and microphones in his face, Garcia simply said what a true sportsman says when the night doesn't go his way. The better man won.
You know, just Rollies, man. He fought a good fight, caught me early. No excuses, man. Congrats to him. He did a great job.
No blaming the judges, no pointing fingers, no long list of reasons why things didn't break his way. Just a simple, honest admission that Raleigh was the better fighter that night. Of course, Garcia did open up a little bit more as the press conference went on. He admitted he didn't feel like himself in there, said he felt off, like something just wasn't clicking.
And you want me to make a statement? Yeah, obviously it wasn't a good night for me. It's a pretty off night.
And honestly, when you go back and watch the fight, you can kind of see it. His timing looked shaky. His punches, usually so sharp and precise, were missing their mark. And that usual fire he brings into the ring, it just wasn't there.
You know, Rollies did what he does. You know, those a lot of good power shots, caught me in the second round. But just even in the start of the fight, it just didn't feel like my feet were under me, like I had anything. But I tried to fight through it, and just found myself very off after the year layoff.
Still, Garcia made it clear. He's not hiding behind that feeling. He's not looking for sympathy. In fact, he's already talking about the future. Ryan said he's open to a rematch, whether that's running it back with Rolly Romero or finally settling unfinished business with Devin Haney. Whichever path opens first, he's ready to walk it.
You feel down in this moment that rematch was Rolly is one walking into the rematch with Devin, or vice versa?
Oh man, that's a good question. Whatever the fans want. They want me to, find a bad Rolly, just do it. They want me to go straight for Devin, let's do it. Styles make fights. I'm willing to fight anyone again.
But behind the scenes, away from the cameras and the media-trained answers, the emotions clearly hit him hard. Ryan was seen crying, heartbroken over the loss, and who can blame him? This wasn't just another fight. This was supposed to be the launchpad for even bigger things, a rematch with Haney, a step toward legacy-defining fights. Instead, he's left with the bitter taste of an upset that derailed all those plans. And you could see it written all over him. Now, you might think that in a moment like this, someone like Floyd Mayweather, who's never exactly been shy about throwing shade, would be the first to pile on. After all, Floyd is Floyd. He talks a lot. He's cocky. He loves reminding people why he's undefeated. And let's not forget, there's some history between him and Ryan Garcia. In the past, there's been tension, public jabs, a little bit of that old-school boxing beef. So it would have been easy, even expected, for Mayweather to stick the knife in a little deeper. But surprisingly, that's not what happened. According to reports, Floyd's reaction was a lot more supportive than anyone would have guessed, and insiders claim that Floyd showed a lot of class behind closed doors. He reportedly expressed sympathy for Ryan's pain, acknowledged how hard the loss must have hit him, maybe even offered a few words of encouragement.
You'll see Ryan, in the past, I've said certain things, not really, young fighters will take it the wrong way when you say certain things sometimes.
Right.
Floyd himself has even admitted in the past that whatever differences he and Ryan once had, they've moved past it. That beef? Squashed. Water under the bridge.
I said, listen.
I don't cry about you.
I'm saying, if that was his hustle, if he got a lot of followers from wherever he got them from, that's his hustle.
Right.
And he's supposed to say, yo, you can't knock my hustle no matter where I got him from.
Right.
And,
the funny thing, I didn't even do YouTube.
No. It's not, no, I think
I've done it a little bit.
Social media.
Yeah, but
we still got 1 million on there.
When it's all said and done, we don't really care about the followers. We care about his performance.
At the end of the day, real fighters recognize real fighters. When you strip away the trash talk, the Instagram posts, and the big paydays, it's about something deeper, the willingness to get in that ring, risk it all, and sometimes face heartbreak on the biggest stage.
You had a little minor setback, major comeback.
Ryan Garcia did that. And for all his faults, whether it's defensive lapses, questionable decision-making, or just being a little too caught up in the celebrity lifestyle, he showed a lot of character after this loss. And maybe that's why even someone like Floyd Mayweather, a man who built a career out of being untouchable, could respect that. But what about you, fight fans? Were you surprised by the Garcia versus Romero outcome? Who do you think Ryan Garcia should fight next? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this.